Welcome back. In this video, we will talk about conditional statements. So let's first start with if-else ladder. So there are three types of statements in if-else ladder. The first one is if statement, second one is else if, and the third one is else. If we start a if-else ladder, then the first one is mandatory and the second and third one is optional. And there can only be a single if statement and single else statement, and we can have multiple else if statements if we want. So I will write some code and let's see how it goes. If a is greater than b, then I will write echo a is greater than b if b is greater than a, else they are equal. And I will erase the comments. So what is happening here? This first if statement, it is executing first, so it is checking if a is greater than b. Then if it is true, it is skipping all these code, and if it is not true, then it will move to the next statement, that is else if, and then it will check this condition, and if it finds that this condition is true, then it will execute this block. Otherwise it will move to the last block, that is else block, unless there is no other else if block, because I already said that we can have multiple else if block. So if we put another else if block and write some condition here, like is not equal to b, then it will check this condition, and then if only if it finds it false, then it will move to the last block. So let's check if we replace these numbers, switch these numbers. So currently it is executing this block, and let's see what happens if we make them both equal. So it is moving to the last else block because this statement is not true. And as I already said, that the first condition is mandatory and the others are optional. So let's see what will happen if we do not have this statement. So see, so right now there is no else statement, so it will check all these statements and execute the corresponding codes if they are true. But in this case, no statement, no condition is true, so it will show nothing. So let's see if we remove all these conditions, and if I make this condition as this, so let's do another experiment. As I said that the if condition is mandatory, so we will comment this out, so to check if the code is still working. No, it is throwing an error, so it means we cannot have else if statement when we do not have any if statement. So the next statement is switch statement in this conditional statement section. So let's first see the syntax of switch. some variable a, then case if it is equal to 1, then echo number is 1, and then we will end this statement with break. I will tell you why we are doing this. 2, number is 2. I'm taking this is just for as an example, so it doesn't mean anything, it is just for the example. And then last one is default. We can have more cases, but I just want to have only 3. And then we do not need to put break here. I will tell you why. So let's see what happens. So what it is doing, that first we provide the variable in switch statement, and then after that it evaluates the value of that variable and compares it with this value available here, and if it finds it same, then it executes the code after that. And we provide break after each block because we do not want to evaluate this after we find a single true case. So let's change the value of 1 to 2. So it is showing number is 2. It means it is executing this code because the value matches with case 2. So let's see what will happen if I remove this break from here. I will comment this out, and I don't think it will affect our result in any way. No. Yes, it does affect our result, because when this conditions becomes true, it executes each and every code after this case 2. So it will execute this, then after this, and then there will be a break, so it will not execute any statement after that. It will come out of the switch statement. So that's the reason we provide break. Break is used to prevent the code from running into the next case automatically. And the last one is default statement. Default statement is used if no match is found. It is similar to the else statement in if-else ladder. So we have seen two types of conditional statements. First one is the if-else ladder, and the second one is switch. We mostly use if-else ladder, but in some cases we can also use switch statement. It is all for the convenience. It is all for the situation. If we find a situation where if-else ladder is more convenient to use, is more preferable to use, then we will use if-else ladder. If it is more preferable to use switch statement, then we will use switch statement. So this is all for this video. In the next video we will talk about loops and how we can use them. Thank you.